Hey guys, it's Ryan live from Unbound. I have some very good news for everyone today. Starting today, I'm going to be releasing the new Takashi webcomic animatics to you guys. I'm so sorry it took so long, you guys. We had a lot of things on our end, including we had to make the new webcomic chapters, and those webcomic chapters were totally insane. Oh, Fox is right here on my lap. This poor guy right here has been kind of having a lot of freakouts, so I might have to take him into the vet soon, you know, as soon as I possibly can. I was going to take him to the vet previously, but he recovered from being sick, and he's still kind of weird, you know. He's still kind of a PTSD cat, I'm assuming, but, you know, I'm going to take him in just to get him checked out and make sure he's doing alright, you know. It shouldn't even be that expensive or anything. They probably just have to run like a blood test or something. Oh, and there he goes. But just to let you guys know, yeah, we are going to release the new animatics for the Mouth of Hell starting today, and to everyone, I know it's election season and the election just got done, and I know that I don't want to comment on politics or anything. I got my own politics, right, and I try not to make that public as much as humanly possible. Because I don't want to alienate anybody, as long as you're not insane or nasty or cruel or evil. I don't care what political camp you come from. You could be liberal, you could be conservative, you could be a conservative, you could be in the middle, you could be, I don't know, you could be whatever. You could even be libertarian. I don't care, as long as you're a nice person. I just don't have a problem with you. If you don't have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with you, because I'm an independent. I honestly have views from like literally both camps, and that's just how it is, because I'm just literally a normal guy. But to be fair, I've seen a lot of normal people in both the liberal camp and the conservative camp, and I get along with them usually just fine. They typically have a lot of problems with each other, but they don't usually have a lot of problems with the independents. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Actually, I get the most beef these days, unfortunately, from liberals. And that is unfortunately the trend we've been seeing, is it's mostly been liberals going crazy recently, and I have seen that like right after this election. Man, they've been going absolutely nuts. But and there's nothing I can say to console them. There's nothing I can say to console them, because nothing I say will get through the news media programming, so on and so forth. So there's not much I can do aside from just let it happen and just let them freak out, and that's all you can do. But man, gosh, even if you're an independent like me, they have a lot of problems with people like me. So, which is crazy, because I don't have any problems with them. I didn't have any problems with them until they had problems with me for reasons. It's a really heartbreaking thing to see. And a lot of people, including creators, will just, say, oh, you voted for this person? Well, you're a monster, kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't think you're a monster if you voted for either candidate. You vote for whoever you want to vote for. This is America. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, and you should be able to do it without being judged. And the fact that one side is judging you this harshly for it is absolutely fucking crazy. So, it's really nuts. And, if you guys don't like me for being an independent and having views from both sides, then fine. Like, that's your opinion. You can have that opinion, man. That's totally okay. We live in the United States. We live in the Western world. We're allowed to have those opinions. So you can have those opinions, and it's perfectly fine. I don't have any problems with you, unless you have problems with me. So, don't just come at me for no reason, and then, because I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I have no idea what your life is like. I don't care if you're liberal or you're conservative or if you're in between. I'm sure you're a relatively decent person, regardless of whatever your politics are. Just don't be freaking crazy. Please, just don't be completely delusional and crazy and out of your mind and hostile and violent. Because that's something that most of us, including a lot of liberals I've met, cannot deal with. They just cannot deal with it, man. And that's the reason why they're voting in a certain camp, because we can't deal with this craziness anymore. But sorry, I didn't mean to get into politics or anything. It's just I've been seeing so many people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube just absolutely losing their minds. It's just, because I don't remember doing this last year when my political candidate lost. I was just like, whatever, not much is gonna change. And I was right. Not that much really changed at all. It's really funny to think about. But man, everyone around me, mostly people who are very, 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 very liberal, were devastated. And I was just like, guys, I voted for the same guy, and he lost. Or I should say, she lost. And it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, and everyone around me is like acting like it's the end of the world. Of course it wasn't, and things were actually really good during that period. Shockingly, to my shock as well, things were really good during that period. And I just have to call it how I see it. I was just like, yeah, times were good back then. Times were bad in the past 4 years. Time to vote differently. That's all you have to do. Vote differently. Vote for someone who's hopefully going to fix this situation. I'm sure you guys can already tell who I basically voted for. And I'm an independent, but I know plenty of liberals, and I know plenty of conservatives, too, who voted for the same guy, obviously. But, and you should already, you guys probably already know who I voted for. I'm sure many of you guys voted for the same person. But if you voted for the opposite person, it's fine. Like, I don't care. And most of us who voted for that guy, and you voted for the other person, we don't care either. So, it's just not a big deal. But if you come attacking us, of course we're gonna have a big deal. Because you're crazy. So just don't be crazy, and don't treat it like it's the end of the world, because it's not the end of the world. There's a lot of control we have over our own lives, and, don't demonize people you don't know anything about. Just don't demonize anyone you don't know anything about. Like, it's just absolutely crazy to do that. But I did want to say, yeah, aside from all that, again, I don't like talking about politics because it tends to divide people, and it tends to, like, make people go fucking crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts how crazy it makes people go. It's more divisive than religion these days, which is nuts, because I remember when religion was a pretty tough topic to talk about. But I like talking about that topic a lot of times, because there's a lot of nuance to it, a lot of history, I should say, behind it. But I will say, yeah, guys, just don't let people gaslight you. Don't let them demonize you. Don't let them shame you. And don't let them harass you. Like, it's not good, man. It's not good for your health. And if anything, it just shows who they actually are. If they have to go to that degree to voice their discontent and their displeasure with a candidate that you voted for, or, I don't know, politicians you voted for, or whatever, then they're not worth your time. Don't deal with them. Like, seriously, because it's not going to get any better. Maybe it will at a certain point. Maybe they'll realize down the line that they overreacted, right? Maybe they'll realize at a certain point that they overreacted. But I will say, on personal experience, don't count on it. Just don't count on it, because it's just not the way it is. But guys, coming from me, the creator of the Takashi webcomic series, and a couple of other things, I don't care who you voted for. My care is your grace, whether you win or you lose, or, whatever, have the grace to win respectfully, have the grace to lose respectfully. Just be respectful, be courteous, be nice to each other as much as you possibly can. I know things are extremely divisive right now. Unfortunately, most of the hatred is coming from very far leftist ideology. Obviously, I have to be very objective on that. Most of the violence and the toxicity is coming from very, very far left ideology. And there's maybe some far right ideology, but you just don't see it very much these days, man. Like, they've been pretty much exterminated from, like, social consciousness. Really, all that's left right now are normal people, both in, like, mostly the independent, conservative, and even some in the liberal spaces too. Like, I've seen plenty of rational, sane people in that camp as well. So be good to each other, be nice to each other. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this a long video about politics. I just know people are freaking out right now. I just want to let you guys know it's gonna be all right. And also, don't let people harass you, and don't let them gaslight you and demonize you, because that just means they're crazy. It just means they're insane, and they have no control over their emotional responses, and they're probably brainwashed, they're probably deluded, and they're probably, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on in their head, and I couldn't possibly know. Maybe they need therapy, who knows? But, and I hope the best for them, but honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with them, Who knows? But it's not my concern, it's not your concern. Be good to each other, be good to me, be good to yourselves, especially. And just remember, everything is gonna be okay. If anything, it might be a lot better now. So we'll see what happens. I'm pretty confident things will be much better from now on. So look forward to more, guys. Look forward to these new animatics today and this week, and Hope you guys stay inspired.